Spawning on the top side of Greykeep Gardens, we have got our green trolls. This is Talha and Diesel Weasel. There's two of them. That's right. This is a co-op game. They're gonna be going for the Plaguebringer, and yeah, the two of them will be sharing one faction. Same thing on the other side of the map. We have got in the pink our Dark Elves, Laventus and Electro Weasel. So plenty of Weasels in this game. And Laventus has recently enjoyed getting called Laventus for whatever reason. I'm not sure how exactly they are sharing their controls in this one. What I do know is that basically you can choose who does what. So they might select it so that they can only one of the persons can do the base building, and only one of the persons can do the hero, and then the army is a separate toggle as well. So yeah, it's a good way to learn without too much pressure. Maybe you have pretty good micro, but you don't yet know build orders, so you could do the fighting. Or you could just control the hero and let your buddy do the RTS stuff. Highly recommend trying out SpellForce in this way. There even was a little show match or tournament actually that I've played in personally, and that was really fun. Anyways, for build loaders, we've got the very standard triple woodcutter and one hunting cabin for the Dark Elves, followed by another woodcutter in the second base. And on the troll side, we have got double hunting hut, double stonebreaker, and quad 3 choppers. So everything's in order. It's just a little bit slow on the second eye banner for our trolls because of this. They're gonna be getting this back one. I'd be probably fancying for myself to get the middle one because it secures the godstone. Then you can teleport your follow-up smashers to it. Not that they're making a smasher right this moment, but they'll be wanting one soon. So team purple, or pink rather, went back here as well. A good base to pick up for that raw meat. 200 in there. I really don't want to skip that, really. One problem with this mode, however, is that unfortunately we cannot check the skills. You can see there's no skill bar here. Yeah, I can't check anything hero related, sadly. So we'll just make do with our little spectator panel. At least we have that. And I can visually recognize anyway when stuff is happening, so that will be nice. We gotta teleport back to work towards the level 5 timing. All you gotta do is get the easy creeps from here and the middle. Then work through the back. With the bandits, and then take on the revenants last. That will unlock level 5, and with that the capstone ultimate skills of your hero. In the Plaguebringer's case, that's going to be a very powerful set of bolts that you can combine together with your plague skill that weakens enemies and does damage over time. There it is, the disease. Now you can also get a bigger disease. What I'm curious about is with level 4, are we gonna see a pickup of weakening, or level 3 even? So you got the tiring attack special, the perk, which allows you to weaken enemies that you hit. Okay, this eye banner is toast. I don't think they should be walking back like this. And we aren't able to check the cooldown on the teleport, but I suppose it's gonna be still on cooldown. So Dark Elves will be taking this over, along with the central sectors, which is where the iron is. That's extremely important for the Dark Elves through the mid game, but in the early game, I would say they're gonna be much more interested in... oh, it's a 4th woodcutter in the main. Excuse me. You normally want to make like a Hall of Pain here, a barracks for the Dark Elves, and produce a bunch of infiltrators, their archer unit, as when massed, that can definitely take down smashers with fair ease. The Dark Elves will be working through the back path as well. I think the Spectre will be going down here. Looks like Electro Weasel is the one controlling that, whereas Levatus is controlling the base building. I love that you can check that like this, actually. Just gotta click the building. So Taha is doing the macro. Diesel Weasel is controlling the units and the hero as well. I doubt that any of the spiders would die, and actually the Spectre pulled back and was saved there, so well done by Electro Weasel over there. Trolls are going to be going for the early Storm Wyvern, but with only a handful of trolls, I'm not sure this is going to be very wise. Now, the Plague Bringer is going to be able to weaken this thing severely, as it has picked up the... Oh, very lucky with the Lightning Bounce. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, Towering Attack was picked up, which every hit will be reducing the armor of the Wyvern by 10%, and then we've got the 6% disease on top. So, you know, it's not bad at all. Especially if this flag could be upgraded. Now there's going to be 4 smashers, and if they just can catch their breath and regen a little bit out of combat here, they could dive right back into it. It's just that lightning is terrifying because these guys have minus 25% magic resist, so it kind of kicks their ass. And oh my goodness, one goes down, another one pretty close as well to dying. So, you know, Diesel Weasel would do well to avoid this situation. Meanwhile, the Dark Elves have reached level 4 on the Guardian of Nora, and this boy gets real tanky once level 5 is reached. So his capstone ultimate thing is that he gets a little bubble shield around him, which also increases the attack speed. What else does it do? It gives you like 20% resists, I believe. Is it 25%? I don't remember. Very nice off the trolls to take this base over, so they'll be able to secure some scrap with that, which is up here. So everybody knew the Dark Elves obviously have the iron bars, but not scrap. Scrap is specific to trolls. You have to gather it with a scrap collector unit that costs population and all that. But everyone else does care about the iron, and the Dark Elves can gather souls or echoes of dead units. We should see some appear here, as at least some of these tarantulas are probably going to get killed. There's the first one, and the blue little spots can be picked up by the Harvester unit, but that's only in tier 2. Infiltrators are being made now, the archers that I was talking about earlier. And the base has been working on the Storm Wyvern. Soon it will go down. So here come the units. And with that, definitely level 5 is reached. We can't really tell what that item is until it's equipped. So it could be like a focus ring. It could be resistances. I think it's none of those things. But here comes the Guardian of Nor. Now also at level 5. And this is still a Dark Elven base. Sadly, this hunting cabin doesn't want to be made. Oh, it is. It is working. It is working. But here come the smashers to, well, smash it. Should be seeing some really nice soul explosion here. Oh, actually not going to hit the smashers with that. Also curious if our Dark Elves have picked up some form of weakening. Plaguebringer has the tier 3 items. So quite armored. Might have been the resistance ring or amulet. Sadly, we just can't say. Well, the hunters are dead. But the Dark Elves are getting some smasher pickups for their trouble. Tier 2 is getting clicked up as well. And there will be 3 iron bases to pick from off the bat, with a significant reserve of iron on the map available to the Dark Elves. So if the trolls can't really break through, I think the Dark Elves are in a fantastic spot here. Infiltrator will be dying to the plague. But there's going to have to be a lot more kills for the trolls to really work this out. They've got some scrappers now. Ideally for 2 scrappers, you might as well get a third one and a second scrap horde. That way you'll be able to process the income at perfect speeds. Skull Crushers are getting upgraded for better skull crushing, which will increase their damage. We don't see any Skull Crushers yet on the field, but once these smashers go and upgrade themselves, they'll become Skull Crushers. They'll actually have to park by this building though manually. Some of them might even turn into throwers. Very powerful slingshot unit. Especially in this early game. Oh, the Guardian of Nor actually goes down without too much trouble there. Didn't activate any ultimates. No soul shield, no nothing. But our Dark Elves did reach tier 2. And they've got a little bit of stone in the bank. So very soon we should be seeing the Spire of Souls. And from there, Iron is really the next step. Once the Dark Elves can put together an army based around Sleepers, this should be a quite better match. Trolls are floating a little bit of resources, so definitely gotta be making the small tribe shelters. Maybe upgrading the tribe shelters. But anyway, here they come. Smasher boys are getting turned into skull crushers, while the Dark Elves are going after the base. There's a bunch of food patches here, but no processing for scrap. That's what they really need, though. One of these food patches should probably be just that. Alright, the Dark Elf hero will be returning. Not equipped anything other than nothing, actually. Absolutely nothing. No new items for the hero just yet. So it would be very nice to see Electro Weasel go home and actually buy some stuff for the Guardian of Nor. Getting those 20 extra resists would be definitely worth it. Could also afford a better shield. The current one only gives a 5% block chance, I believe. Or is it 10% on the base one? I don't remember actually right now. I would have to cheat and check these kind of things. I think the top shield is 20% block chance. Yeah, so far I haven't seen any skill usage from the Guardian of Nor, so I'm not really sure how he's been built. Also haven't really seen Plague Orb from the Plaguebringer, but at level 6 you do expect to see that. Okay, we got the first Pyre of Souls. There's a Harvester. Let's go. Okay, maybe some kind of weakening. Okay, we've got a little bit of an interrupt slap. We got Solar Explosion for that Enfeeble. Stormviper will be doing a lot less damage. Unfortunately, the lightning hit before the Enfeeble. That's awkward, but that's enough infiltrators to basically delete any target. Now the Guardian of Nor reaches level 6, and there's ought to be a good amulet or ring in there. 3,000 health on this boy. Wait, is the point specking going towards health? Is that what's happening? I think that might be the case. Certainly not the case for the Plaguebringer. Frontier Post does survive. And that should be a takedown on that Skull Crusher. Oh no! Dark Elves turned away, but we've got our first Sleepers on the field as well. That's a lot of boys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of them. I can't even select these because they're not belonging to Talha. They're Diesel Weasels. So we'll try it this way. I can't. Looks like 8 of them. That's too many. 6 is acceptable. But like you would need to make 3 scrap boards at least. Ideally 4. How much damage does this do now? 16 pure damage per second. Guardian of Nor still hasn't been shopping, I don't think. And it looks like Team Pink has a lot of food in the bank right now, so could definitely do a population explosion with spiders. Are we going tier 3? What's going on here? No, doesn't look like it. The Forge is currently working on Whirling Blades for the Sleepers, which is going to give them AoE damage. Well, hitting 3 targets at least, so cleave. Still have not seen any weakening from the Dark Elves. Only seeing it from the Trolls, really. This tiring attack thing has AoE now, by the way. So, yeah, the Guardian of Nor is going to absolutely go down here. He's such a tanky dude, but you gotta equip items for him. There's gotta be a ton of gold available right now to Electroweasel. Health has increased again, so I think there might have been another point put into health. Lavat is probably raging a little bit about that. It's okay to scale into health, but you can't not have the soul shield. It's a lot better than a health point. Might have a big battle coming up soon, especially as the trolls are approaching 200 population. The Dark Elves have hit it right now, so this is their time to strike. You're only going to be making better units from here on out, so might as well trade away what you've got. But maybe not the Guardian of Nor, because that provides a lot of experience to the other side. Very nice corpse boom. The spiders are melting left and right. Team Dark Elves are getting real low in population. That's unfortunate. Another big corpse boom with what's left, so that's going to deny the Dark Elves to come over and to pick up the Echo, because this destroys the bodies. No Echo remains. So the high level troll units, not these guys, but what comes after in the next tech tier, those could actually eat corpses to boost themselves. That would also get rid of the Echo. Right now we have 0 Echo for these Dark Elves, but we've got a ton of border fortresses. Lavat is doing macro pretty good, or Laventus as he likes to be called now. Sorry, buddy. We're gonna be getting the beetle upgrades. More corpse booms are coming down as well. Border Fortress should be able to protect the army a little bit at least by picking off these units. But Dark Elves don't actually have the wood right now to be able to repair this thing. So they're going to be picking off one by one what they can. And hopefully the Guardian of Nor comes out. Maybe he can deliver a slap or two on these units. Focusing the hero, I think right now would be a mistake. There's definitely potions available there. Actually, you know what? The troll units are kind of getting melted here. This is going to be a little Dark Elf victory in this battle. Oh my goodness. What an enormous corpse explosion. Spire of Souls, however, getting to harvest a lot of the remaining Echo. Whoa. Yeah, that was pretty effective. More than 20 Echoes in there. And further Spires of Souls will be made. With the Dark Elves probably attempting to also get another Dark Temple somewhere, which I just can't see yet. Is this only the second Hall of Pain? Really? Wait. Yeah, there's the Dark Temple. There we go. And we've got a little bit of a Soul Harvest, as if that hadn't been enough. Dude, this Pyre of Soul is actually overfilled. I'm not even sure. Okay, it's fine. It can process that much. So what I was gonna check is what kind of buildings do they have. I can't even select the army, sadly, so we can't get an exact army count. It's a little bit janky in this co-op mode, but thought we would showcase this anyway. Why not? Plague Beetles are coming out. No further upgrades except economic ones, which is nice. You know, you get a little bit of extra out of that. Taha at the moment running off of 6 fight huts, so the army printing is definitely on. Spike flingers as well as throwers are getting trained, and we've got a hex camp, so trolls have finally reached tier 2 and the more advanced stuff is being made. We've got flesh eaters coming in. Toxic fog is going to be researched, but I don't see a whole lot of shrines to Mugwa just yet. 1, 2, 3 shrines to Mugwa. That's not really enough, but they are getting finished up, as this scrap location has not been discovered, so not sure they're communicating that with each other. Okay, Dark Elves have had enough. They're gonna be going after the other Storm Wyvern. That would put the Guardian of Nor up 1 more level. pretty good time to do it, and the army quality is really high. This is actually better than what the trolls have. The trolls would need those flesh eaters to try and match this, as these guys don't have any magic resist, so that would be a pretty good way to go about things. Yeah, the sleepers do have strike and pierce resist, so they're a fairly tanky front line even in the face of skull crushers. Addition of spy flingers might help a bit though. Yeah, I don't see any weakening. But those sacrifice skills are usually pretty useful against trolls, especially Soul Catharsis, which is the heal, and its level 2 is actually granting you immunity to afflictions, which means you can remove things like the plague from you. Fortified outpost under attack, but that should be a pretty easy teleport for our Dark Elves. 3,600 health, that's almost the maximum. Guardian Nor could of course equip more and more items. But the number of the Plague Beetles is getting pretty serious as well. Harvesters coming across the map, and we've got a bunch of Dark Temples. Tier 3 is coming on in for the Dark Elves, so once they have sleepers, Striders in addition to all this, as well as Twisted Ones, that would be pretty brutal. I'm not sure why they're coming down here. I think the Godstone might be waypointing to down here. But there's nothing to find. Unless, of course, they want to go into the main. There's a lot of tribe shelters to destroy here. That could severely damage the trolls. And the trolls right now certainly don't have enough to push. Now Diesel Weasel's flesh eaters over here do have the toxic fog, so they can reduce the damage of enemies nearby. And more skull crushers and throwers are coming in. 200 population for both players has been achieved. And it looks like we've got a little bit of a transition away from hunting into farming with the food patches. Shrines to Mugwa are coming in. Almost every troll base is a sharp eye of the tribe, which provides twice the workers. Very significant jump in economy. Dark Elves are almost maxed themselves on everything. They've got 5 border fortresses right now, 6 actually, and working on these 2 buildings now as well. Now what's the next step? I think the trolls really need some more advanced units, more flesh eaters. Replacing the throwers over time would be pretty important and stuff. Getting out some bone hexers would be fantastic. Now these guys can leech a lot better than the bone hexer, but if the bone hexer hits the maximum amount of free targets, that is actually pretty major. Warbreaker round buys would be great, but I think the Dark Elves might have just grown too big already, and they can do pretty much whatever they want. There's not that much building left, and once that's done, the Dark Elves can start getting rid of a bit of wood. No longer needing to worry about that resource as much, but the cleave damages here are doing so much. Corpse Explosion coming in to kind of save the day, but is it going to be enough? That Dark Elf here, the Guardian of Nor, just doing so much tanking, nearly 4,000 health on this hero. Wonder why he's not picking up things like the sacrifices and vampirism, which would restore a ton of health on every sacrifice. But either way, it looks like the Dark Elves are just going to be deleting the entire troll army and running away in the end, as I guess they didn't want to be corpse exploded. Fair enough. But here come the Striders, just shedding the crappy units. Not that the sleepers are crappy in any way, they've really done their job. But now getting replaced by Striders and Twisted Ones, that is just going to be fantastic. Striders can be upgraded with they're actually already upgraded, so aiming for the wounds, or whatever the upgrade is called, aim for the wounds, yeah. That gives them damage against bleeding targets. No, it makes enemies that they can target bleed, just like the sleepers. So they no longer need the sleepers to synergize with. And anything bleeding you hit takes a lot of extra damage. Then Twisted Ones, once upgraded, if they hit anything that bleeds, they will weaken them. So you'll no longer be relying... Oh my god. You'll no longer be relying on the Guardian of Norse weakenings. Plus, they just, generally speaking, deal a lot of magic damage. They also reduce enemy focus. So if they target a hero down, that can do a lot of... Oh my goodness, these corpse explosions are so big. But Team Dark Elf still have a huge army. And these Striders are just relentlessly going for it. Kind of wish they kept going a little bit. Lots of Echo getting claimed. But also lots of Echo is required as these Emissaries of Nor are getting queued up. Twisted Ones are a lot cheaper for Echo. Cost difference is, I think they're 8 to 15. No, 10 to 15, sorry. So the Emissaries are flying though, which is going to make it a lot harder to target them. They also deal more damage. And they can summon, but more expensive, of course. More population and all that. Right, Sharp Eye of the Tribe will be dropping here. Striders very happily trading away for these units. But you gotta bear in mind, both of these players have technically infinite economy. Now, it looks like we have some idle scrappers that are not gathering. That's really unfortunate because the trolls really do need the resources right now. Does look like they are managing to pick off some of the units. Dark Elf spending now all of their resources into mass Spire of Souls. They'll be able to create so many harvesters. Those guys can do the tanking from there on. And once they are upgraded, they'll have 750 hit points as opposed to just 500. Just. They're a unit that doesn't cost population and can tank damage just like this. So you put them up front, let your army do the work, then they respawn anyway for free. And then they can gather the Echo. Eye of the Tribe will be absolutely toast. Then the Dark Elves take down the buildings, claim all the resources from the destroyed buildings, claim the base, and then they have even more iron available. There's still a lot left in the middle. 500 here, 342 there, 100 here, 186 here. So yeah, tons available still. Way more than 1,000. Dark Elves can do this all day. And Echo never runs out, so the Twisted Ones and Emissaries of Nor will be never ending. Some extra Echoes available here, which will get harvested. But now what can the Trolls still do at this point in the game? They are trying to upgrade those Flesh Eaters into Bone Xers, but that's going to be expensive business. Some of them have eaten some corpses, which is giving them this blood power stack. A little bit of extra damage here and there. Not on every unit though. Oh, the teleport was not good. Only some of the units went. And I'm afraid the Dark Elves are going to be jumping on top of this, punishing it immediately. Sharp Eye of the Tribe is essentially toast. Yeah, there it is. Honestly, the Dark Elves could just run down the middle at this point, but they're taking their sweet time, claiming the entire map instead. Why do they not have any wood? Is it just that many Spires of Souls? Let's check the number on this, because it gives us a number on the harvesters. Hard to check like this, unfortunately, but we're looking at 11, 6. 10, 11, 12. 12 of them. Nice. That is a pretty wild amount. Guardian Nor once again dies up front. It's a very lazy man's build that this Guardian Nor has. Just health, no skills. Pretty easy to use though. You can just move into the enemy and they'll have to target that guy down. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend not to use hero skills. That doesn't sound so good in a game that really focuses on heroes, actually. Certainly not a tournament winning strategy, but if you find the game a little bit too much in terms of micro required, then you could reduce it like that. Anyways, we've got the huge clump of dark elves just absolutely demolishing the trolls. Now I'm not sure there's a way back into this. I could imagine it very slightly before with the bone hexers and all that, but like, look at this dark elf army. It's enormous. Game's essentially over. We're gonna fast forward this. Don't tell me they're gonna back off again. That should be a hero snipe right there. Just gonna click forward into it. Don't leave. We're gonna fast forward. Big soul harvest, can't miss that. Oh wow, that's fancy. Oh, we're playing. I see. Okay, why not? Why not make a brood father? True. Great idea. Alright, daddy, let's go. It's gonna be a long march. There will be spiders. It's going very slowly. Oh my god. We'll fast forward this even more. Here come the harvesters to block the path, to become fake news targets. Guardian Nor down to no resists. No resist at all. Harvesters harvesting what they can here. Yeah, there is a Titan now, and it's gonna summon all these spiderlings. And there they go. They've got quite a bit of damage here. Starting to reach a pretty crazy unit count, and the audio is kind of bugging out. Sorry about that. Sharp Eye of the Tribe gonna get focused down by all these just ones in the back. And it looks like whatever units remain for the Dark Elves in the queue are popping out immediately as whatever they have dies. Another troll base down, and I believe that that should be pretty much it. They're staying in here until the bitter end, but this is very fast forwardable from here. Is this a good time to cheekily ask you to ring the bell? I guess it is. Ring the bell. It's actually better than the subscribe button, they say. Strong Heart of the Tribe is getting wrecked without any resistance. And that's gonna be that. I don't even see a repair on it. Trolls are completely dry. They have no food left. And boom. Dark Elves win. Congrats to Levatus and Electroweasel there. Oh, I just noticed I had an extra I or L in front of the Levatus name. Nice. Laventus. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to sub and ring that bell. I will see you in the next cast.